Hey guys, Professor Bill of Comic Book University and Old Man Logan, issue number 39. Now, spoiler, there will be no Bullseye in this comic, but Bullseye is scheduled to return. This comes directly from Mr. Brisson himself, and thank you, Mr. Brisson, because I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I know there's so much left to do. So, in this comic book, man, we get Old Man Logan returning to the X-Mansion to try and get himself medically checked out. He does get himself checked out, and it's like, okay, yeah, there's pretty much nothing we could do. Let me look at these studies a little bit more, see what's up, blah, blah, blah. The real interesting thing is that Glob has a date. Yep, that's right. So he's got a date, and you're thinking, this is a total setup, and it is, but it's not actually set up by her. Rather, the Mutant Tinder app has been hacked by the Purifiers, the one thing they've done right so far. Besides, for the most part, the first issue of Iceman, Grace Sinna, that was actually pretty cool. In here, they're showing themselves to be a bunch of bumblers, and I'm digging that. I actually really dig that. I like this version of them. It's like, we're the New York chapter. That's where most of the mutants are, and we're the laughing stock of everybody, man. We should be on the front lines. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Or start recruiting more. Why am I giving advice to a hate group? Anyway, so I enjoyed this comic book, man. This was really good. And of course, Logan's going to go and have to try and fix this. Seeing the mutants, I'm telling you right now, man, seeing the mutants, like the Generation X style mutants here, Shark Girl and Anatoly, I think that is, and Landslide, Rockslide, and Glob, of course, just sitting down, having a conversation, talking, ribbing on each other. Dude, like, this is the best. This is why I would read Generation X. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see that in Generation X. I see a bunch of mouths open, with tongues and things, like, and a bunch of teeth. It's like, dude, stop. Stop. I was a teenager once, and I didn't always make faces like that. In fact, I'm pretty sure I never did. Regardless, yeah. The comic could have just been so much better in that regard. If the characters were written like this, I enjoyed this. I know that we're not going to stay at the X-Mansion. I'm genuinely heartbroken that I can't stay at the X-Mansion and watch these teens act like teens. This is great. Seeing them mess with each other, seeing their wry smiles look at each other. This, wow. Wow. So I got to start giving props now. Okay, nice and easy for me. First page. That's where everything is. Ed Brisson, I've expressed it many times before. Just really quickly, freaking amazing writer who knows how to write characters. Ibrahim Robertson, fantastic art inside. I do wish that he did the front cover because I enjoy seeing a guest artist showing up on a variant cover. But I think that the inside artist, the artist of the comic book, should also be the artist of the front cover on a non-variant, on the main cover. That's just my opinion. What they did, however, do is when they got Mike Deodato Jr. to do the cover art, they got Carlos Lopez to do the colors. And Carlos Lopez is also the color artist inside the comic book. So although this does not look completely like, well, let's try and find an actual Wolverine comic in here. Here we go. Like this, it is close enough that I'm okay with it. So again, love Mike Deodato's work, Mike Deodato Jr.'s work, but I don't think that he should have been the one doing this. Robertson should have been doing this. Regardless, having Lopez on this was actually a pretty good idea because there's a close enough facsimile, there's a close enough association that it doesn't ring serious alarms for me. So I just had to mention that. That's actually a really good idea. And man, the Old Man Logan covers are just, look at that, both, different styles of claws. These are just some of the most beautiful covers out there. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to give this comic book an A-. Man, Ed Brisson is such an amazing writer to do Generation X better than Generation X. And I don't mean to say, like, I'm not throwing names around. I'm not trying to bash anybody, artists, writers, or anything on any other books. I'm simply saying this is how you do it. That is probably not, because that did not keep my attention. It didn't keep enough people's attentions. It is what it is, man. But this was good, and I'm going to miss not seeing these knuckleheads at the X-Mansion anymore in this comic book. Wow. That says something. All right, guys, that's it from me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.